What's up? What's up? Alex Ford here. What is up, my friends? And welcome to another episode of Alex Ford Live, where I help home business owners to be able to grow their businesses online by generating more leads and sales and building a six-figure online business. And I decided to go live today, kind of an impromptu thing, because this is something that I want to be doing more often, adding more value, helping people to grow their businesses. And I haven't set a specific time yet, which I am going to do, where I'm going to be going live once per week. I'm not sure. It's either going to be Mondays, Thursdays, no idea. I'm going to figure it out soon. But, at the moment, it's probably going to be more of an impromptu thing here and there where I'm going to be going live. But I'm going to get straight into it today. And I wanted to share something that came up, I think yesterday for me. I'm having a conversation with someone that's wanting to be able to make sales with their business on social media. They've been doing it for a while. I didn't ask him how long it's been. It could have been a few months, a few years, and they're not getting the sales that they want. And so I shared some tips that I wanted to share here as well, that if you're in a home business, whether it's like affiliate marketing, network marketing, even things like coaching or any other kind of home business, and you want to make sales, you want to get clients, customers, this is what's going to help you to be able to achieve that. And I've titled it, what I'm going to be sharing with you is a 3-step social media flip. I chose that very specifically, and I'll share with you why in a second, to get people to buy your product, service, or opportunity, guaranteed. Right now, guarantees is not something you can legally do, when with business online and all that. But if you have this flip and you go from doing what you're potentially doing before to doing these 3 steps that I'm going to share with you in a second, then it can absolutely change your business and you can be making sales with whatever it is you're selling, a product, service, or opportunity. All right, so I'm going to get into that in a second, but if you're jumping on here, I'd love to know where you're calling in from. Let me know in the comments. I know we always go pretty global. There's always people in Australia, US, UK. So let me know. And if you're watching the replay, just comment #replay. I'd love to know who's watching it, and make sure that you hit those emotions as well. So likes, love hearts. But yeah. So anyway, I wanted to share these 3 steps. And I'm just going to get straight into it. Actually, before I get into it as well, if you guys don't know, I released a new book last week. It's called The Home Business Roadmap, on exactly how to grow your business on social media without paid ads. If you haven't heard of it, go check it out. It's totally free. It's alexfordbook.com, and I'll just put it up here quickly, alexfordbook.com. I've got tons of feedback about that. Since I released it on Thursday. People are getting so much value. Some people even told me they can't believe I released it for free. So definitely go check that out. I know it's going to help you with your business. But let's get into it now. So the 3-step social media flip to get more people, to get people to buy your product, service, or opportunity, guaranteed. And number 1 is, you want to go from selling. This is a mindset shift that you have to have when you're doing something online in terms of marketing. And you want to go from selling a product to creating valuable content that serves people. All right, so what does this mean? Now, the lady I had a conversation with yesterday, I had a look, I reviewed her, what she was doing in terms of her products, who she was trying to target and who she was trying to attract in terms of her customers. The product she had was, I don't remember exactly, but it was like, weight loss products. That's what, I don't remember the company name, but it was weight loss products. That was the product that she wanted to sell, right? And she had her social media profile. So she had a Facebook account that she was posting on there consistently. Like, she was doing great. Like, she had so many things that going for her, right? And I was like, wow, okay, she's done this great, she's done this great, she's done this great. But there was this one thing that was kind of holding her back from making those sales, right? So for example, I think she had something like 2,500 followers on her profile. So that was a big plus. She was posting consistently, which is another big plus. You got to be posting consistently. And then the third thing, this is not the thing that was working, but the thing that was holding her back from making sales was the things that she was posting was her product, right? So she was posting images about her products, right? Like, these products are great. This product's going to help you lose weight. She was having like testimonials as well about her products. I mean, which is great. Testimonials absolutely work, but there's actually a right time in a specific process when you can insert those testimonials and when you can sell that product, right? But she was just posting that consistently, right, on her Facebook profile, and there was not much engagement. Every now and then there would be a post that had a like, right? Might have even been someone in that same company. I think it was a network marketing, direct sales type of company for her. But this is applicable in anything, right? But she was posting, it was all product testimonials about the product, and she wasn't making any sales. She said to me, she wants to build a coaching business, like more around mindset and helping. That's her passion. But she felt right now that I need to sell this product because I need to make money right now, right? That's so that later she can focus on her coaching business, right? But when I looked at what she was doing, she was just posting product, not much engagement. She had a lot of followers, which is great, but I would guarantee not many people knew who she was, right? Or had a relationship with her. So what I shared with her was this flip, which is this is step point 1, right? So you want to have this flip where you go from selling a product, right? So, for her was whatever, weight loss, shakes, and flipping that to leading with valuable content, right? But what does that mean? And by the way, this is applicable whether you're selling weight loss products, whether you're selling digital courses, whether it's your own courses or affiliate marketing courses, so other people's courses, or even if you're doing coaching, right? If you're posting, I can coach you on your profile, you're not going to make any sales, right? So, and I showed her, okay, so you flip, right? So you go, you don't want to be selling products anymore. You want to be giving people something of value, right? If someone can type value in the comments below, that would be great, because this is the big key, right? You want to be posting something of value that teaches people something, but more specifically, not more specifically, but more specifically gives the audience something that they can take away, that when they read it, and I'll give you some examples, right? They'll be like, oh, wow, I got something from that. Wow, like, okay, that was amazing, right? And they're going to take that away and they can apply it, right? That's value. So for example, she's selling weight loss products. I shared with her, and I'm just going to bring up the comments here just to see if anyone's, by the way, if you are getting some value, let me know in the comments below, smash those emotions as well. But let me continue. So I shared with her, so your products are weight loss, and apply this to your business, whatever it is you're selling, right? The concept is still the same. So stop posting about your products. Your products are weight loss. How can you teach people tips about how to lose weight, right? How do you lose X amount of pounds or kilos in X amount of time, right? So how do you lose, 10 pounds in 2 weeks, 5 kilos in 2 weeks, whatever it's going to be, right? And then you give 3 tips, right? So tip number 1, and I'm not an expert here in terms of, health and stuff. I know some, but I'm just going to make stuff up here, right? It might be real, it might not. Don't take my advice here in terms of health, but point number 1 could be, drink more water, as an example, right? Start drinking, 2 liters of water. I don't know how much that is in other metrics, but start drinking about a certain amount of water. The next point could be, eliminate these foods, right? Like specific carbs, processed carbs, specific sugars. Give them examples of what sort of things have sugar that converts into fat, things that you wouldn't normally know that it has sugar, right? And then tip number 3 could be, I don't know, right? Go for a walk. I don't think that one sounds too exciting, but you're giving 3 tips that people can go, oh, wow, Jenny, John, they know what they're talking about, right? You don't have to know. You don't have to be an expert, by the way. I'll share with you how you can get this content. But people are going to be like, wow, I got some value from that's great. And then they're going to go implement it. They're going to be like, wow, okay, great. And they might come back for more from you, right? But you're leading with value, not with products. And if you're giving something away for free to people, right, look, this is one thing I learned a long time ago. The goal of marketing is to lower people's resistance. If you go in with the sale from the beginning, I want to see, great, this product, it's amazing, it's going to, help you do this. People just get turned off. Their defenses go up, and then they don't want to follow you, they don't want to listen to you, right? So you want to lead with value by giving them something that's going to help them. And quite a lot of years ago, I learned from Tony Robbins. You guys might know Tony Robbins, big personal development and business leader. I learned from him, what is the purpose of business? Now, this is gold because I've used this over and over in my business for over a decade since I've been doing this online. He said, the purpose of business is 3 steps. Now, this is 3 steps within the first step I'm sharing with you. Number 1 is to add value, right? Which is what I'm sharing with you. You want to be adding value to people. Step number 2 is you want to solve problems, right? So if you're having conversations with people, you got to ask yourself, well, how can I solve a problem for this person? Or if I'm creating content or creating something, Facebook posts or videos or TikToks, whatever it is, how can I solve problems for people? And step number 3 is make a profit, in that order, right? Because once you add value and you help to solve problems for people up front, then you can ask for the sale and make profit, right? It comes third. But what do most people do? They go straight to make a profit. They they might not even know, they ignore the add value, the solve problems, and they just make profit. They're just posting about their products, and then they're pushing people away, and there's no wonder they're not making any sales, right? So that's why you want to flip from selling products and being all about trying to sell your products to now creating valuable content. And I shared some ideas already with you, right? Facebook posts, YouTube videos, Facebook Live, something like this. It could be images on Instagram, so many ways, even Facebook ads, right? Here's a big tip for Facebook ads. With Facebook ads, a lot of people, they just want to sell products, and you can do that. But if you run Facebook ads that teaches something in that Facebook ad, right, and then it points people to go buy a product or whatever, it's going to work more effectively as well. And pay attention to Facebook ads because a lot of them have something taught in them, right? So going from product to creating valuable content. Now, if this is, let me know if this is adding value, right? If there's any light bulb moments or if it's making sense in the comments, smash those emotions as well. Before I get on to number 2, if you want to learn more about this, go check out my free book that I released last week. It's at alexfordbook.com. I dive deep into this, and I even share real examples and actually share a 7-step system that you can follow to actually make this happen with whatever home business you have. But let's continue. So the next one, number 2, is you want to build your following, whether it's Facebook following, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But specifically, let's talk about on Facebook. So you build your audience by posting your valuable content. So your valuable post could be written in Facebook groups, so other people's Facebook groups. But here's the key. In other people's Facebook groups that are in alignment with whatever your products that you're selling are, or whatever, that target market that you're wanting to reach, that perfect customer, right? So in the example I gave in the beginning, this lady was selling health products. Now, if she created that post sharing 3 tips on how to lose weight in a specific amount of weight in 2 weeks, and without exercising as an example, it would not make sense to go post that in a Facebook group where people get parenting tips, right? Or in a Facebook group where, I don't know, right? It's just something that's not congruent. But if you go post that in Facebook groups where there are people that like health Facebook groups, right? What's going to happen? 2 things are going to happen. That, if you go post that in a Facebook group, as an example, and there's 20,000 people in that Facebook group, and they're all engaged and they're all interacting, you post that there, you have a potential reach. You're not going to reach all 20,000, but you have a potential reach of 20,000 followers, right? That they're not your followers, but you can reach them with your content. Now, if you have 30 friends on your Facebook page and you post that same thing on your Facebook page, you think you're going to get much traction? No, right? Because you've got 30. But if you go post it in Facebook groups, right, that are in alignment with whatever you're trying to promote and share that value, right? Step one, you're reaching the correct target market, the perfect potential customer for yourself, right? But then number 2, then you're adding value. So you're building relationships with the people in that Facebook group. And people are going to see that, oh, wow, Jenny, John, whatever, I like their post. That's great, right? It's actually 3 steps, another 3 steps within step 2 now, right? And number 3, they're going to click, if they like it, they're going to click on your, by the way, don't have a call to action, don't sell anything in those posts, it's pure value. But then people are going to click on your name, they're going to go to your profile, they're going to see what you have on that profile, and hopefully you're consistently posting more good, valuable content. This happens to me every day. I have people adding me on Facebook consistently, right? Because I do this in Facebook groups, and they're going to be like, oh, wow, okay, this person's posting great content. So for example, or great posts or picture quotes, or, especially you want long written posts that actually add value. Picture quotes are great, but like they're so 2010, right? But good, valuable stuff. And then what are they going to do? They're going to click to send you a friend request. Right? You didn't go try to find those people. You didn't spend time trying to send friend requests. You just posted a post in a Facebook group and people came to follow you. And now you're going to be getting like friend requests consistently. If you're posting in Facebook groups, say every 2, every 3 days, could be 3 times a week, right? You're going to be growing your following on your personal profile, that people that you'll be able to build relationships with and sell stuff to, right? But we haven't got to the selling stuff yet. I'm going to share that with you in the next step, right? So I hope that's making sense. Let me know. Like, I know some people they don't realize the power of posting in other Facebook groups, like valuable content to build an audience, right? So if you're getting value from that, let me know in the comments. And just before I got into number 3, if you've just jumped on here live, or maybe you just started watching the replay, go check out my book, alexfordbook.com. Again, I go even deeper into all this, right? Very in depth on my 7-step system. You can actually implement all this, what sort of content to post and all that. Check it out. I know you're going to like it. It's going to help you to grow your business. So the next step, number 3, is to add more. Okay, so I wrote it down as add more value, but let me rephrase it actually. Step number 3 is to sell your products, right? To be able to sell your products, you do it by adding more value. Okay, so what do I mean by this? So what I don't mean is now you start posting, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, right? That's not where we're at yet, right? You sell your products by adding more value. So let me give you an example. So when you're creating content, right, and your audience is growing and you're adding value and people are like, oh, wow, I'm receiving something really valuable from this person, right? Then to convert sales from that step, to go from following and people that, are enjoying following you to that sale, this is what you got to do, right? So I use the example again of health and wellness, and hey, we've got a few people jump on here. Senny Zhao, Mike, awesome that you're on here live. I got someone else coming on here, but I don't know what the person's name is. But anyways, because the system doesn't show all the names. But let me continue. Oh, William. Okay, William Rowe. Awesome. So how do you go from, your posts and your following to converting them to actual sales and customers in your business? So by adding more value, right? But what you do is what I would recommend in this example of the lady who was selling health and wellness, and so creating health and wellness tips and tricks in posts. Now, what I recommended to her, which is what I recommend to you as well, is create a free, get this, like a free PDF. Could be 1 page, literally could be 1 page, 2 pages might be a little bit better, just adding a little bit more content, right? And if you're wondering, oh, where am I going to get this knowledge from? I'll share with you a little hack on how you can do it, even if you don't have any knowledge, right, in that area, in a sec. And I'm going to actually write that down so that I remember. But what you do is you create a PDF, you call it a free action plan, right? Get the name, a free, because it's free action plan to achieve, and you can reword this differently, but a free action plan to achieve X result. Okay, so let me give you an example, right? And you could give it some steps as well. It could be a free 3-step action plan to lose 10 pounds or 2 kilos in 2 weeks without exercising, right? Could be like if that's your content, it could have a different name, right? Free action plan to lose weight fast, gain more energy, and feel sexier, whatever, right? I'm just making some stuff up here. And then what you do, okay, here's the tip. If you have that knowledge, great. Just type it out on a Google Doc, Word doc, whatever, right? You just type it out. You don't even need to make it fancy or anything. You can just maybe put a photo of you or whatever and just give the value, right, in that PDF. Or if you don't have that knowledge, okay, what you do is you go research it. Go watch a couple of YouTube videos, take some notes, and just rewrite what you learned in your own words, right? This is a powerful hack that can help you to make content and teach people stuff to add value forever without you knowing anything, right? Just go learn other people's stuff from YouTube videos, right? From Google, you can find other blog posts and articles and just take that content. Now, don't just copy it word for word verbatim. You just take notes, rewrite it in your own words, right? It might take you like 2-3 hours to write a document, but now you've got something that's even more value that you can give. I was going to say give physically, but it's not give physically, but you can send someone, right? In exchange. And okay, so now is it making sense, right? Let me know if this is making sense. Mark says, great tip. I like, to give a lead gen doc. Exactly. I didn't think about that name, but it's a lead gen doc. That's a freaking cool name, right? You could even create a Google Doc and make it public, right? And then you just share the link with people. So you're not having to share a PDF. You're just sharing that link with people. Now, how do we use this? How do we use this to bridge the gap between following and content to actually making a sale? And I'm giving you, by the way, a tip too that doesn't involve going and buying expensive software or tools or anything like that. I pay for expensive software in my business because I have courses and things, and I think I pay probably about $400 or $500 US a month on my tools. But you don't need this, right? I've been doing this over a decade. If you're just new, you can do it without any tools. Google Docs is free, right? Facebook is free. That's all you need, and a smartphone, right? So how do you bridge the gap? So when you're creating a post, you go, right, here's my 3 steps, 3 tips on how to lose weight fast, lose weight, increase your energy, and be more productive, or whatever it's going to be. And you give the tips, tip 1, tip 2, tip 3. And then at the end, you go, I hope you got value from this. If you want to dive deeper and get my simple 3-step free action plan, to get my free, so it's free, simple 3-step action plan to lose 2 kilos or 10 pounds, whatever, in 2 weeks without exercising, just comment action plan below. So get them to comment in the comments below, and I'll DM you the free action plan. That's it. Right? What does that do? Number 1, you're adding more value on top of your content. You're adding more value because you're going to give them something extra, right? Something that dives deeper. You're creating curiosity. You're not just giving it out there. You're just like comment, action plan below, and I'll send it to you. So you're creating curiosity for that person to want to get it. Number 3, it plays with the algorithm, right? Like if you just give the link, people are going to click the link, they're not going to comment, and the post is not going to be shown to more people, right? People are just you probably have 3-4 clicks and that's it, because Facebook will be like, oh, no one's engaging. There's no comments, there's no likes. All right, they're just going to, stop showing to people. But if people are commenting, oh, I want that action plan, right? Facebook's going to put it in front of more people. And then someone else is like, I want an action plan. And then it's going to put it in front of more people, right? So as an example, it might put it in front of 5 people first. Someone comments action plan. Then it might put it in front of 10. Someone comments action plan. Facebook's going to put it in front of 30. Someone else puts action plan. Facebook's going to put it in front of 50. Someone else comments action plan. Facebook's going to put it in front of 100 people, right? Do you see where I'm going with this? It allows your posts to get more reach to your Facebook friends. And this is why it's important to be growing your following, how I shared in tip 2, right? And you're going to be getting lots of comments. And now how do you convert this to a sale? So what you do is you reach out to those people. And by the way, you can also reply to their post saying, hey, I just DM'd you or I just messaged you. That also helps a post to get more, reach because you're commenting back. So if Facebook goes, oh, this person's been responsive, great, let me show it to more people too. But you reach out to them and you go, hey, Mark, I know you're on here, but so, if I was sending it to you, I could just be like, hey, Mark, you requested my, my free 3-step action plan to lose weight or whatever it is. And then you ask some basic questions. You might ask 3 questions. I'm just curious, what are your goals with your health, with losing weight? Question mark, right? You don't send them the lead doc, the lead gen doc just yet, right? You just ask them, what are your goals with, or you can tell, hey, I'll send it to you in a sec. What are your goals with losing weight, right? If you're promoting, like, let's say a business, the ability to make an income online, you go, hey, I just sent you the free action plan on how to, set up your own profitable online business in 5 days, right? That could be the document. Hey, you requested the free action plan. I'm about to send it to you in a sec. I'm just curious, what's got you wanting to make an income online? Question mark. What are you looking to achieve? Question mark. Right? And now the person's going to engage. This is all in Messenger, right? And they could be like, they might be like, oh, I've been thinking about starting a business. Oh, I've been wanting to make some extra money from home, or, oh, I'm in a little bit of debt. I want to figure something different out, right? They're going to give you some feedback. And then you ask a follow-up question. By the way, I'm giving away the farm here. Like, if you've jumped on late, definitely go rewatch all of this because there's a lot of value in this. And I'm actually going to add this to my Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group, go check it out. Actually, if you're not my Facebook group, go get my book, alexfordbook.com. It's free. You'll get all of this breaking down even more. And there's a link to my Facebook group where I do more content like this and trainings, and I'll be adding this in there as well because I just realized this is so valuable and it'll help all my students. So let me continue anyways. So you're asking questions in Messenger, you're qualifying them, finding out, well, what is it that they want to achieve? Is what I have going to be a good fit for them, right? So you ask them that question, what do you want to achieve? And then they'll tell you, right? And if it's health and wellness, they'll say, oh, I want to just, haven't been feeling that great. I put on some weight and I just want to look and feel better. Great. And then you ask them another question after that. It's like, okay, great. I understand that you want to feel better. And you want to be losing weight, and what if you're able to lose, you could even ask them, how many kilos do you want to lose, right? How much money do you want to make? Like, what's your income, like how much extra money do you want to make in the next 12 months, right? It all depends on what product you're selling, guys. Principles are the same, the questions are different, right? But they'll tell you, I want to lose 5 kilos, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever it is. I want to make an extra $1,000 a month. I want to make $100,000 income. And then you ask this next follow-up question, right? Where you go, you want to dig deeper. Okay, great. And, if you could achieve those, whatever they told you, those 10 pounds in the next 2 weeks, those $100,000 in the next 12 months, what would that give you? Like, personally, like, what would you be able to do with those $100,000? Or what would losing those 10 pounds mean to you? What would it mean to you, right? And then they're going to go, this is probably more on the phone, but on Messenger, they might be like, I've really been wanting to, the lose weight one. They might be like, I've really been wanting to be more active with my kids, right? And I really don't have the energy that I want. I just want to be able to do more things with them, go for bike rides, go play with them more and just be more active in their lives. When they tell you that, that's gold, right? Because now the big reason for why they want change, right? If it was the money side of things, like if you're promoting a business or just a money-making opportunity, you could say, okay, they might say, so what was the question? What would making those $100,000 give you? It's like, I'd finally be able to get out of debt. I'd be able to, pay off my mortgage, or finally be able to have more extra money to be able to do the things that I want to do with my kids, right? Take them to places, right? Enjoy life, right? Some people will be more expressive in terms of what they give you. Some people will say less, but the goal is get that information, right? And once you know that, you can go, I can help this person. My product, look, this is where the selling part like actually happens, right? Where you're like, okay, I do feel I can help this person. And you can make a recommendation, right? So the weight loss person, you can go, great, look, thanks for sharing that. And you could, thanks for sharing that. I totally understand, like you want to empathize. I was the same once too. I didn't have the energy to spend with my kids. Well, hey, look, here's the document, right? You send them the lead gen doc. And then you're like, hey, look, also, if I could share with you a system or a program, right? I wouldn't say a product. If I can share with you a product that you can buy, like that's just going to push people away, right? You got to use, something that, remember, the goal of marketing is to lower resistance. I mentioned at the beginning. But if you're like, hey, look, thanks for sharing all that. I understand your goals. And look, here's the Google Doc. Hey, if I can share with you, based on what you just told me, if I could share with you a program that can help you to be able to achieve losing those 10 pounds in the next 2 weeks, whatever it is, would you be open to learning more? Right? That's it. That's where you're opening up for them to, opening up the door for them to learn more about the products. If it was the money side of things, great. Look, I totally understand, that you want to be able to pay off your debt and be able to do more things with your kids. If I can, look, based on what you've shared, if I could show you a way that you can achieve those $100,000 in the next 12 months, would you be open to learning more? Right? And at that stage, if you followed what I've shared with you in this training, where you've added value, you've solved problems, you're most likely going to get people saying yes, that they're open to it. All right. And now this is where the conversation about buying a product happens, or introducing the product, right? This is where it happens. And at that point, right, there's a couple of things you can do. And it really depends on what your sales processes are in your business. If they're open to learning more, you could say, great, I'd love to hop on the phone for a couple of minutes with you, and I can share some more details about it, right? You get their number, you get on the phone, and hopefully your company should have a process that they teach you on what to do on the phone. I'm not going to go that into here because this will just make this training really long. Or if you have like a video, a sales video or something, you could send the video over. You could, I'm not going to go into it because it'll be too long, but you could go, I'll make it short, right? Great. Well, look, this is a little bit more about it. And you can be like, it's a 30-day program, or it's a $10 course, it's a $30 this that's going to help you to achieve X, Y, Z. And right, you don't want to go too much into detail, but you just give them a little bit, right, about what it is, the benefits, what it's going to do for it. Not what it is. No, it's a chocolate shake. You drink it 2 times a week or 2 times a day. Like, you want to go into what it's going to do for them. Very brief. And then you go, does that sound like something you'd be interested to learn more about? And then they'll be, oh, yeah. And you can send them the link over Messenger, and then you can follow up with them, right? Like follow up with them the next day, follow them up with them the day after, and then you can follow up with them a 3rd time until they come back. And if they have questions, then you can answer them and close the sale, right? Now, the rest of that, I could literally do another training as long as this, just covering those steps. But that is how you're going to make sales, right? Now, if you notice, well, before I continue, Mark just commented #value. If you got value, comment #value. Let me know if that added value, if that made sense, if you think that could create a shift in your business, right? Or if you could just, give me some feedback and smash those emotions as well. But, again, we started at the beginning. If you're just posting about your products on social media, here's this great product, here's this product, right? Here's a testimonial. No one's ever going to buy because people don't want to be sold to, right? No one wants to be sold to. It feels yucky, but people love to buy. People love to buy, but they'll buy when they feel like they're in control, when they feel like they're getting value, and what was the other one? Yeah, and I've just lost that train of thought there, right? But they'll buy, right? When they like at a certain specific point. So Mark says people pay money for this info. Absolutely, right? And I'm just giving it away for free. But anyways, guys, like literally, if go watch this training, right? If you didn't take notes, like when you finish work, when you've got some time, rewatch it, take notes on what I've shared and go implement this like in any way that you can, because I bet you, so, like some of you guys here are going to go, whether you're live or replay, you're going to take notes and you're going to go implement this and you're going to go, oh, that worked. Oh, I got 5 friend requests today by posting in Facebook groups. Oh, wow, I had someone actually ask me for my lead gen doc, right? Like you know, my value doc could be another one, like that thing that you're giving away. Go implement that. And if you get a little result, let me know. I'd love to know, you know, that little, because this is how I build my business, right? You know, I built a multiple 6-figure business online using these strategies, organic, free stuff. I've also done paid advertising. I love paid advertising. I'm getting back into that now. But anyways, it'll change your business. And if you want to learn more about this, go check out my free book. It's on here, like here at the bottom, alexfordbook.com. Right, I dive deep. I dive into, you know, how to, you know, even how to set up your own more automated sales process. I dive into how to set up your social media profile so that it attracts more people and can convert them into leads and sales. I even share what sort of posts can you post. And I actually share some of my posts on there, right? And how to convert more leads into customers. Like, go check it out, alexfordbook.com. If you loved what I shared in this training, yeah, this is nothing compared to what you're going to get in the book. So go check it out. You know, let me know if you had any light bulb moments, any questions you have, drop them below as well. I always respond to the comments. But that's it from me from today. I'll catch you guys on the next Facebook Live. See ya.